Hello Dreamflighters. I want to add something to the general point of attention. It's more that we find out that there were some questions about markings, about freezer paper, about right and wrong side of the fabric, and I said to Bridget, let's do that, let's make a little video to show you what we mean and why we do it. So for example, there was a lady and she said about the markings, I didn't place my markings onto the fabric and I made a big mistake with it. Well, indeed, here are the markings. Those little tiny black markings. They are extremely important for your curves, for your points. You find them in your star point, but in fact every star point is a mark. But these markings are really important. Don't forget to trace them. That is a big help and is there for you to make it work. So that's about the markings. Another point is, when you are a little bit insecure or not sure if you can handle it, make a personal copy of a star point, that you always have that backup, just for yourself. It's not for your guild, it's not for your friend, just for you, that when you make a mistake, that you always can go back, that you always have something to refer to, and that you say, okay, this doesn't work, but I can make another one. So that personal copy, I give you permission to do that. So that's this one here. Another point that was very important, I always do my utmost to make a pattern without mistakes. But unfortunately, I'm human. Yeah, well, they call me an alien at the border, but I'm human. So in Dreamflight, we will place updates on our websites. So every time when you start working on your pattern, just go once in a while to see if there are updates. So there is one update at this moment. After a couple of months, we find out that part H, it is H21 that I reversed the two fabrics. So instead of fabric 13, for the large outside, the orangey one, that is fabric 10. It's not fabric 13, and you need the strips 3x3. The inside, the small spikes, are the burgundy red, so that is fabric 13 and it's 3x2. So that is the only mistake so far, the real mistake that really can give you a little bit of a problem. So every time when you start, just go and check the updates, because there is somebody who can find something new. That's also something. There was a question about freezer paper. Freezer paper is a wonderful tool. You can place it on the wrong side or the right side of the fabric, and in this case normally all the circles that we have are symmetrical circles. It doesn't matter if you place her on the wrong or the right side, because it always works, except for one, and that is C8. That is that weird odd shape. So C8, place her on the wrong side of your fabric, and when you have to trim the fabrics, you place her on the wrong side again, because then it will match and then it will fit. If I say the right and the wrong side of the fabric, a lot of people say batiks. It doesn't matter, it doesn't be a right or wrong side. Well, I can tell you, I have a piece of fabric here, and this is the right side. You can see it's bright, it's clear, it's beautifully made. But if you look at the wrong side, you can see all those little tiny wax dots. And this is what you see when you say right and wrong. This is the right side, and you can see here all those little tiny black splashes. That is the wrong side of your fabric. You don't see it often, but sometimes it is. So I will give you a little tip. Just try to find those little tiny black marks, and then you have the right and the wrong sides. Is there anything else that we want to do? Well, this is an advanced and intermediate paper piecing quilt, and I really hope that you will stretch your limits, that you go a little bit beyond your skills, because that's what I'm here for too. It's not that we want to do something easy peasy, it is something that you will bring you to a different level. And I hope that this is a challenge, but such a nice challenge. I already showed you how we make star points in the F circle, you know, with that beautiful background curve. I have her here. That's the point. Something like this. You won't see that in a quilt in a day quilt, right? this is what we do. This is how we make the BeColourful quilt. It's a challenge, but a very nice one. And it brings you to a different level, because that's what we want. We want to make heirloom quilts, not quilts for a doggy bed, right? There's nothing wrong with a doggy bed quilt, but we want to make something very beautiful. And I think when you have finished your quilt, you will cherish it. And maybe your sons and your daughters will ask, oh, can I have that one? And I really hope that that is the case. Thank you so much for doing this journey with me, to travel with me. And I hope you have just as much fun. I wish you a lot of fun with dream flights.